an interactive chat room. We'll be right back with a little bit more on the NBA Finals and get you guys ready for Sunday. Sunday's the next game back at the Oracle in the Bay Area. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Big Mike.
Yep, and this is RC, Rob Calloway.
First of all, we'd like to thank everybody for being down with the Kings and for supporting Sports Kings Live.
Your listens, downloads, likes, and follows have allowed this show to grow by leaps and bounds in just a few months.
Now, if you have a product or a business and you'd like to promote it on this show,
it's simple. Just email us at sportskingslive@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for being down with the Kings.
Wanna be down with the Kings.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, work done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the Kings.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Weather the storm, all right? They got a lot of energy right now with the crowd. In over 48 minutes, they're playing 7 people. They're going to wear down.
Right back at you, Sports Kings Live. Big Mike, Rob Calloway. That was head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Steve Kerr, in the first quarter of last night's game, actually predicting what would happen to the Cleveland Cavaliers, that they're only playing 7 guys. And by the way, he forgot to mention one of those 7 guys is Mike Miller. Or it's James Jones is the 7th guy. I'm sorry. Number 6 would be J.R. Smith. And then James Jones showed back up, the real James Jones, too, with 0 points last night. That's what you expect out of that guy. That fry. Here's the other thing, too. By the way, Spreaker.com is where we're being heard. Download the app for your Apple, Android, or Windows device. And make sure you guys are following us on Spreaker as well. Here's the thing, Rob. I thought about something you said earlier today. You said I should give out my fry at the bottom of the bag of the day. But here's the thing.
The fry of the day.
Right, but I thought about
fry
it.
of the night.
Here's the reason that can't happen, because it's not like a all of a sudden thing. It's like guys are just that. You see what I'm saying? It's like that's just what, like Josh Smith. It's just what he is. He's not that on a, like, even if Josh Smith scores 40 points in one night, he's still that. You know what I mean? If Matthew Dellavedova gives you 20, he's still that. It's not something that you get like last night or the night before, or the game before. Excuse me. Steph Curry shot poorly. Yeah, he doesn't become a Friday at the bottom of the bag. Hell no, he's still Steph Curry. But there's certain guys that are just that guy.
No, but Dellavedova would have been the fry at the bottom of the bag, right?
But he's always
because
that.
He was. Well, you know what I mean.
No matter what he does, he'll be that.
He's always gonna be that.
Yeah,
okay.
No matter what. J.R. Smith is that. You know, he's the guy. And remember what the concept is. It's just a guy that you can't depend on. Like, if he gives it to you, yeah, cool. If J.R. Smith gives you 8 3-pointers against the Hawks, fine. But just know that in Game 4 against the Warriors, he'll give you 8 3-pointers as well. But he'll give you over 8, right? Because he is the fry at the bottom of the bag. You know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes it'll be there, but sometimes you go to McDonald's, order a medium, and they'll give you the amount of a small in the medium box. Guess what then? No fry at the end of the bag, homeboy. They all in the box. They made sure of that. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to go to Checkers. Because what Checkers do, the scooper thing, they put the scooper thing in the fry bag and then just drop the whole thing in the bag, cuz. So it's multiple at the bottom. Shout out to Checkers and Rallies, boy. Okay, back to last night's game. 103-82 victory for the Warriors. That is known as a situation where a team gets it pushed in. That's what happened last night, right? I don't see a way that the Cavs come back from this. And here's the thing. I've changed my theory as well, too, Rob, and here's why. For selfish reasons. I need this game to go 6 because I looked at the schedule, dude, and here's the problem that it brings up for us. Game 7 would be on a Friday, dude. So if they play a Game 7, we won't be able to talk about it till Monday. So, like, the Sports Kings kind of need this thing to go 6. You feel me? Like damn that Game 7 stuff now. I didn't see that earlier for selfish reasons. I want to see a Game 7, like, personally, but for product's sake, for the sake of the product, yeah, I'd rather not have to hold that in for 2 days
Monday.
and then
Right.
a whole
Right.
Monday to Monday night. You see what I'm saying? I would rather not do that because so many other things happen by then. Everybody like ESPN have been exhausted it and splooged all over whoever the winner is. I'm good. Then we getting all the scraps. No, I like to be fresh. I like stuff to be fresh on my mind and not inundated with other people's opinions. That's why today I ain't watch no sports until Highly Questionable came on, which is just
Me too.
It's just comedy.
Me too. That was the first.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the first time all day I turned the TV. Like I actually turned the TV on was when Highly Questionable came on, and then I had to see this dark ass interview with Yellow Wolf, who I as I put on Twitter. He's like Yellow Wolf equals Amy Winehouse. Like this dude gave the most dark interview I have ever seen any of these rappers give on Highly Questionable. I mean,
they've been doing a lot of those lately. They did one with what's the kid's name that was playing for the Celtics, the light skinned kid that had like the mental problems. I can't think of his name to save my life, man. But he was on there talking about killing himself and having it was like what's happening right now? I'm supposed to be laughing, but I'm looking at this dude getting way too deep right now. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of those lately, cuz.
But what was really uncomfortable to me was, everybody kind of embraced pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody kind of embraced that whole thing. But, you realize they cut the interview and he was like, what is this? Like, I feel like I'm in the Disney movie or something. What is this?
Well, they usually
only
give the old man one question and he asked two. He just went ahead and did his two things. Because usually it's like, final question, the dad asks something crazy and then everybody laughs about it. And he was like, nah, but what about Valentine's Day?
Yeah, what you give her for Valentine's Day? Yeah. What you do for her? What you do?
That old man's a weirdo, but he's funny as hell. Like I keep telling you guys, if you watch this show, get as much of it as you can now, because by every episode, that dude gets more and more outlandish. Like he's throwing up double birds, he's getting naked on the show. It's getting just so outlandish. Eventually, that ESPN thing is gonna be like, this ain't really the brand. An old Cuban telling LeBron to go F off every night. That really ain't the brand. So enjoy it while you can.
Speaking of not the brand, look, man, we talked about this a while ago because I was kind of laughing like I hadn't heard anything else about it. But Jason Whitlock, you heard about that?
Yeah. I meant to say that to Branson. I meant to ask him if he was still with the complaint dealer because it's a bad day for brothers in media.
Did they still have yet to launch their site. I forget what it was called.
Undefeated.
The Undefeated,
yeah,
right? Which
Undefeated.
was supposed to, quote unquote, be geared towards, race, I guess, black people.
They call it was basically the blackgrantland.com.
Right. And before they could even launch the thing, he's already been pulled off of it. And I guess he's black. His name is Leon Carter.
Come on.
So I'm guessing he's
Come
black.
on. Come on. Even the white man named Jerome, his last name is Jerinovich, so it gives it away at the end. But yeah, Leon Carter, I'm gonna go with that.
Leon Carter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bet the mortgage on that one, dog.
So Jason Whitlock, like I say, man, that dude, and I'm sure
he's a jerk.
Sure they poured him off. Yeah, some of the stuff he says.
Yeah, not even because of the stuff he says. He's a jerk, and he tries too hard to maintain that persona. Like, just do the gig, man. If you believe something, believe it. But, like, I've got my own personal feeling. Like, because certain things he'll write that I'll read and say, all right, yeah, I can vibe with that. But then at some point during the writing, it'll just, like, veer off into some idiocy, some stupidity that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, whatever. Good. I've been reading about this for a couple of months since I was kind of sort of doing my own show at the other spot. The way he treats people in staff meetings and stuff for the site is ridiculous. And basically, people were getting afraid.
Staff meetings for something that it ain't even took off, and they were having staff meetings.
Well, of course, you got to have staff meetings before it happens. You can't just wait. You can't just launch something then start meeting with your staff.
Well, I'm just saying.
And then the fact that
it's still yet to launch.
He tried to get people like Jamel Hill and Stephen A. Smith to come on board and work with him. They was like, nah, bruh, we good. Mike Smith, they was like, nah, we're good. Oh, yeah, you think that ain't a problem? You can't get the home team. The people that's, your label mates to come work with you? What's the problem?
Well, that's because they don't want to get put in that box. I mean, he might be a jerk, but at the same time, you don't want to necessarily just get put in that that box.
Wait, what box?
What
box? No one knows what it's gonna be yet.
Well,
yeah, this is all on him, cuz. This it ain't got nothing to do with no box. It's on him.
Okay.
Like
he's just not likable.
It's not even about likable. Like the articles I've read, that people who knew him, like just Google this thing and look at all the Deadspin articles by the different people who have written about him. Like, we haven't talked about this on air because I didn't feel like it was conversation words, but I've been reading about it. Yeah, people talk about this dude, how he tries to be some sort of intimidator and all this kind of foolishness when we trying to get work done. Yeah, we trying to do work. You trying to act like you the Godfather. Miss me with that foolishness, man. And then what happens is you give, like, I'm sorry to say this, sometimes you give certain black people the impression that they got some power, and they start acting that way. Now what? Now what?
I agree with that.
You back on the bottom level with everybody else now. You ain't the head of nothing.
Welcome.
You waiting on your call to come fill in for Tony Kornheiser on PTI or whatever. Good. When bad stuff happens to bad people, I rejoice. That's just part of my makeup. We'll finish up this finals talk right now. We got game number 5 on Sunday. Sunday at 8 o'clock. 8:10 should be tip off. Coverage starts at 7:30 on ABC. Series, like I said earlier, tied 2-2. There were a couple of things that I saw differently as well yesterday. Closing out quarters. I talked about that yesterday. How poorly it seemed like Golden State had gotten at making the right decisions at the end of the quarter. Not even just scoring, but just like taking quick shots with 18 seconds left. Why would you do that? Why would you not hold the ball?
Instead of playing for the last shot.
Right, because inevitably what happened, we talk about the James Jones 3 and the substitution that happened, but look what LeBron did. He knew what kind of atmosphere he was in. He walks down the court, and what happens to the crowd? Everyone is standing. The energy in the building immediately goes up. Where you could have kind of doused that fire with an end of the quarter shot, end of the half shot. What happens is LeBron, being the subliminal guy he is, understanding the moment, took his time, walked down there, got his crowd involved in it, and then his guy James Jones felt it too, banged in a 3, which sent these people into another level of frenzy. Yeah, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. But you got to they made better decisions on last night, though. First quarter, finished on a 14-4 run after starting the game off 7-0. Couldn't get the shots to fall early. Broke the ice with a 3, which I'm gonna always talk about this, man. Like 7 points seems like a lot initially, but then somebody hits a 3 and it's like, oh, it's only a 4-point lead. That quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. That quick is down to 4. 2 possessions that quickly. Yeah, I love the 3 ball. Like all that stuff Charles Barkley's talking about, he'll learn. Yeah. And make no mistake about it, Charles Barkley's forgotten more basketball than I'll ever know. Right? But he can be wrong too. Like the whole argument that, well, Charles Barkley said it. Don't bring it to me. I ain't trying to hear that crap. Yeah, I don't care. Care nothing about that. We got to do on this day, so I want to make sure that Rob and I get all of our thoughts out of the way about last night's game. We talked about Klay Thompson already and JR. He's such a predictable young man. Like, who didn't think, except Coop, because now he's just going to go down. He's going to be the captain of the Titanic now. Cavs and 6 is what he's saying, Rob. Yeah, he's gonna be the guy who just plays the violin and keeps playing the orchestra while the ship is sinking. My man, I can admire that. Foolish, but I can admire it.
He just upped the ante. I'm still rolling with 7 because I'm not gonna vote for my what the agreement me and you made.
Eventually you
but
will
I'm not
too.
Gonna up that.
Eventually you'll too.
No, I'm gonna stick with it. Hell, it might not make it 7 games. I mean, so I'm gonna stick with mine. I'm not gonna flip on. Oh man, yeah, I got to change mine. But Coop just up the ante.
Here's something I thought about, dude, and I meant to ask you this yesterday, but it's more apropos today, and I probably should have posed it to Branson as well. Let's say LeBron picks the pace back up, right? But what the Warriors are doing is just too much for the Cavs as a team to handle. Could the Cavs lose this series and LeBron still win the MVP? Last guy to do it was the logo, Jerry West, way, way back in the day. I think before we were even born. Jerry West lost the series.
Yeah, that had been before we won. Yeah.
And won the MVP. But look at what you gonna do. Andre Iguodala gonna be That'd be a story.
I don't think we'll see. I don't